Welcome student in Christchurch Convent Digital Classes, Class 11, Subject Chemistry, Chapter 2. Today we'll see Planck quantum theory. So according to this theory, energy emitted or absorbed is not continuous by any radiating body which either absorb energy or release energy, but it is in the form of packets called quanta. So the energy in the form of packets or bundles, which is called quanta, and in terms of light it is called photon. So quanta is also called photon. So photon are the energy particles. Each photon carries an energy which is directly proportional to the frequency of the wavelength. That is, energy of a photon depends on nu, or energy of any photon is depend on its frequency, and the unit of frequency is hertz or cycle per second. So we have seen the electromagnetic radiation previously in previous videos, where we have seen different types of radiation and their frequencies. As you can see, increasing frequency in hertz, long radio waves, microwave, infrared radiation, ultraviolet radiation. So this is our electromagnetic radiation, composed of different types of rays, and their frequencies are also given to you, so try to remember them. So there are different frequencies, and radiation of different frequencies are there, or mathematically E is equal to h nu, where nu is the frequency of radiation, and value of h, which is also called Planck constant. H is known as Planck constant, and its value is 6.634 into 10 raised to power minus 34 joule second. Inverse. Joule second. Energy associated with number of packet is given by E is equal to nh nu, if where n is an integral multiple. N can be 1 2 3 4 5 6 and so on. This formula can also be written as E is equal to nhc upon lambda, because we know frequency is equal to speed of light upon wavelength. So nu is equal to c is the speed of light, 3 into 10 raised to power 8 meter per second, and lambda is the wavelength, means distance between two crust or trough. Explanation of black body and photoelectric effect on the basis of quantum theory. For ejection of electron, minimum frequency is required, called threshold frequency. Let's say light that falls on any surface of metal like cesium has energy equal to h nu. Out of this, any light, or you can say radiation, which falls on a metal surface like cesium has energy equal to h nu. Out of this, h amount of h is used, amount of h nu is used as a binding energy, and the rest is given electron as a kinetic energy. So mathematically you can write S is equal to h nu. Out of this, h nu 0, nu 0 is the threshold frequency. H nu 0 is used as a binding energy. And rest is given to electron as a kinetic energy. Now, following observations were made by the Planck. If frequency is greater than the threshold energy, then the ejection of electron occurs also, and kinetic energy is imparted to ejected electron. First case. And if the frequency is equal to the threshold frequency, then only ejection occurs. Ejection of electron occurs from the metal surface. If frequency is less than threshold frequency, then no ejection occurs and no kinetic energy is imparted by the electron. Please note that h nu 0 is called as wave function, and which is also called, and this energy is binded to the electron. Now, black body radiation. When light falls on the surface, the particles gain energy and start oscillating, means vibrating from their mean position. When more energy is supplied to the oscillation increases and amplitude also increases. Therefore, the colors keep on changing. For example, if we heat iron stone in burning coal, initially it become red, then it become blue. If we keep continue heating it, so its color keep changing. Now, one mathematical problem is given to you. Calculate the energy of a mole of a photon of radiation whose frequency is given to you is 5 into 10 raised to power 14 hertz. So we have the formula: energy of one photon E is equal to h nu. What is the value of h? It is 6.626 here is taken into 10 raised to power minus 34 joule second. And what is the value of frequency? 5 into 10 raised to power 14 second inverse. So we multiply these two: 6.6626 10 raised to power minus 34 joule, and so minus 34 plus 14 will get minus 19, and 6.626 and 5 is multiplied, then we'll get 3.313. So if we simplify this, so we have first calculated energy of one photon. Now we'll calculate energy of 1 mole of photon. So 1 mole of photon has, how many photons are there in 1 mole of photon? 6.022 into 10 raised to power 23 मोल इनवर्स पर मोल. एक मोल में 6.022 इंटू 10 रेज़ टू पावर 23 फोटॉन होते हैं. एक फोटॉन की एनर्जी 3.13 इंटू 10 रेज़ टू पावर माइनस 19 जूल है. तो 1 मोल फोटॉन की एनर्जी 19,951 जूल पर मोल हो जाएगी. और यदि हम जूल को किलो जूल में बदलेंगे तो राइट साइड से 3 प्लेस बाद डेसिमल लग जाएगा, 1 2 3. सो इट बिकम 19.951 kilojoule per mole. There is another problem is given to you. A 100-watt bulb emits monochromatic light, means one only single color of light is emitted by the bulb, and its power is 100 watt, and the wavelength is 400 nanometer. So calculate the number of photon emitted by per second by the bulb. Answer: energy of one photon E is equal to h nu, but nu is c upon lambda, means wavelength. So what is the value of H? 6.626 into 10 raised to power minus 34 joule per second. And what is C? 3 into 10 raised to power 8 meter per second. And wavelength is given to you in question 400 into 10 raised to power minus 9 नैनो के कारण जो है n के कारण 10 raised to power minus 9 आ जाएगा और मीटर की जगह मीटर. So 400 nanometer can be written as 400 into 10 raised to power minus 9 meter. So energy of one photon is so and so. So number of photon emitted, 100 joule per second divided by 4.969 into 10 raised to power minus 19 joule. So we'll get 2.012 into 10 raised to power 20 per second. Number of photon emitted per second is 2.012 into 10 raised to power 20.